Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I have the pleasure of unboxing my first Joker statue. That's right, today we're gonna be looking at this guy right here. This is the Prime 1 Studio Museum Masterline Joker, based on the artwork of Lee Bermejo. Really awesome comic book art, and I'm excited to see it in 3D form. If you guys are hearing some echo in this video, it's because I recently redid my floor in the studio, so there's all this echo in the room. So I apologize for that, but once I get everything back in here, it should take care of that. So hang tight with me, and let's open this up. Okay, so here we have the smaller of our two boxes. This one actually weighs more than the big one, so I'm guessing the base is in here, so we're gonna start with this one. And let's get her open. Okay, and here's what we get. So here is the big base. And then we also get 3 of these little guys. These are the portrait display stands. Pretty cool that they include that. So we get 3 of these. There are 4 portraits altogether. So let's take a look at this base. It's a pretty heavy base, but I can hold it with one hand. And take a look at the front of this base. We've got Batman, who is chained to the side of a building. So it's a stone Batman. He's kind of got the Joker face with the split lips. I believe this is the Batman Damned version of Batman, which was also done by Lee Bermejo. Very nice stone texture on the side. We've got Robin on the other side as well. Here's a look at the bottom. We've got a very bright fluorescent green Joker. They made 750 of the Deluxe. This is number 499. Here's the top of the base where his foot keys in. This other foot, I guess, goes up here. Maybe connects by a magnet. And then over here we have one of the chains. We have a couple pieces that key in. This one's color coded with a red dot. And we've got another one for the other side, which doesn't have any color coding. Pretty cool, and that's gonna do it for this whole box. It's pretty much just the base and the stands for the portraits. So let's go ahead and get the big box over here. Okay, we've got our big box front and center. And let's take a look. Okay, and here's a look at what we get in the second box. We've got the Joker's body, we've got 4 different portraits, and we have a few different hand switch outs as well. So let's start off by taking a look at these portraits. These things are pretty insane. Look at this. So here's the regular grinning portrait, very true to the artwork by Lee Bermejo. Very nice details in the folds of his skin. We've got a little bit of purple shadowing going on under his eyebrows. Look at that insane smile he's got. Just very nice work with the paint. His eyeballs look crazy. His hair is sort of a yellow-green color. Not as green as we've seen on other Jokers, but very cool. Look at the detail on the teeth and the lips. He's got all these little creases on his neck. Here is portrait number 2, very similar to the first one. This one, the obvious difference is his mouth is open. You can see his tongue, a little bit more of the inside of his mouth. He also has a few cuts on him. So he's got a cut on his forehead, a cut on his nose, cut on his eye. Again, a very evil, demonic look on his face. Here's a look at the next portrait. This one is sort of a skull zombie look. He's missing his nose on this one, and the skin on the front of his mouth. So he's got exposed teeth, an exposed nasal cavity, and then the rest of it looks pretty similar. Pretty gnarly, as they used to say. And then our final portrait is this gruesome looking guy. Yes, he has a batarang in his right eye. You can see his smile is not symmetrical. He's kind of wincing on this side because obviously it hurts to have a batarang sticking out of your face. We've got all this blood coming out, but you know what? He's still smiling. He's got a cut on the bottom of his chin. The blood here is actually sculpted, so it gives it kind of a 3-dimensional effect. Which portrait I use is going to depend on where I decide to display this guy. So right now, all my 1/3 scale Batman statues are on the main level of the house where pretty much everybody walks past and sees them. I'm not sure this would make the best choice for that. It is a little bit gruesome. My family would be okay, but any visitors coming by might might question my hobby here. So if he does get displayed up there, I'll probably go with one of the standard portraits, but if I wind up displaying him in my comic book room, I think we're gonna have to use this one. Now let's take a look at the Joker body. We can see all the detail there in his shirt. Kind of got like a stripe pattern going on there. You can see the little stitching details in his collar. The vest has a kind of a shiny, leathery look to it. And then we have this black leather jacket, and you can see all the little leather grain in there, all the little folds and creases. And this is the reason why I prefer sculpted over fabric. The way it flows, the texture, to me it's just a lot more impressive. I'll take a look at his pants really quick before my arms give out. He's got these cool purple pinstripe pants. Great texture on there as well. We've got some rips and tears. And this is not your typical skinny Joker. This guy's got much more of an average build, much thicker legs than we typically see on Jokers. Right here, we've got a little paper that's protecting a little chain. We got a little chain that runs from his belt down his leg. Now these shoes look pretty awesome. Some kind of reptilian skin. I don't know if it's an alligator skin shoe or snake skin shoe. My arm is killing me from holding this guy. And finally, let's take a look at some of these hand sculpts. Here we have a right hand, somewhat open, somewhat clenched. Nice details in the glove. This one looks like it's supposed to be grabbing something. I actually missed this from the first box. It's a set of 3 Joker cards. I think it's supposed to kind of go in here like that. So that's kind of a nice option to have. And then we have some more violent options. Here we have him holding a very sharp knife in his hand. And here we have a gun. We have kind of a relaxed grip here with his pinky sticking out and him not really pointing the gun straight, but very cool. There was one more piece in the other box that I missed, and it is this little pop flag. So I guess you can insert that into the gun like that. And you can go for the less violent approach. Okay, so that's gonna do it for the unboxing. Let's put this guy together. Okay, so here we have all the parts. It doesn't look like it's gonna be a very difficult build, so let's put them together. First up, we're gonna start with our chains. As I mentioned before, one has a red dot on it, so we're gonna match that up with the red dot right here on the base. The one with the red dot is a little bit shorter than the other one, so the magnet can only go in one place, so you can't mess it up. And it just connects on the other side of the wall here. Do the same thing, goes over Batman's arm. So there is a little bit more slack on the right side. We got Batman all chained up. Now it's time to get Joker on. So, all right, so he just keys in on his left foot. Just line up his heel. We're gonna have to move this chain out of the way a little bit to get his right foot on. And there he goes. I think we'll start off with the regular portrait. I'll show you guys all the other ones in the detailed shots. So it just goes in right here. Pretty nice fit. There is a little portion on the back of his neck where you can see sort of the smooth key and not the same textured neck, but it's very minor. We'll give him the right hand with the gun. I'll show you guys what that looks like with the pop flag in there later. And then here is his left hand. Then we have these portrait stands. So they just key in like this. Each bottom has its own little sticker that says Museum Masterline The Joker, concept by Lee Bermejo. So it looks like you might be able to fit all 4 head sculpts on one stand because of these little indentations here. However, this is just for decoration. There's not actually a magnet there. So if you try and connect it on the side, it's not gonna stick. So obviously this one has a bigger keyhole and a magnet. So you're only gonna be able to display one on each stand. You can, however, stick them together like this or like this, however you want. So as I'm staring down at these Joker heads right now, I'm noticing that the one here in the middle has greener hair than the other 2. And I'm not sure if that was intentional, but for some reason, this guy's head is a little bit greener than the other ones, which are more of a yellow shade. So that was a pretty easy setup. Sit back and enjoy the detailed shots of the Prime 1 Studio Lee Bermejo Joker.